Welcome back, man. Point of no return, man. We know too much, man. We done seen too much, man. We've been through too much, man. We are experiencing too much. God has revealed himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, or respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim, SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's never promised, so all you have is right now, this moment, and I hope you're fully living in yours because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just back with another quick word, man. Sometimes you got to play dumb, you feel me, to see other people's true intent towards you, you feel me? God looks at how his people are treated, how his chosen ones are treated, right? And I don't know, as a chosen one, our hearts is big. We are sensitive. We are open to help any and everybody. We are excited to make somebody's day or, make their day brighter, make it easier, give them a good time, you feel me? Like we use everything about ourselves from our personality to our actual spiritual gifts in order to uplift the common man, you know what I'm saying? So, boom. I doing my walk and one day I see this older white gentleman, he's struggling, trying to throw some boxes over the fence, you know what I mean? So that was my key to help. I go over there, I interrupt him. I'm like, hey, you need me to throw the boxes over the fence for you? He said, yeah, sure, cool. So I threw the boxes over the fence. And I just told him, I was like, man, if you ever need help, you see me walking around here, just let me know. Just stop me and I'll help you. Whatever you need help with. I was just trying to be nice. I seen a older gentleman who looked like, he was struggling. So God put it on my heart to just help. Come back and walk. I leave my card so he can have a way to call me and contact me. So some time go by, then I get a call from a number that it wasn't saved in my phone. It happened to be him. He'd be like, hey, if you, willing to help, maybe we can work something out. You come do a little work, you feel me? I pay you, make sure you straight. And, not only that, maybe we can be friends. He told me his wife had just passed away like 2 years ago and things like that. So we had small talk. So I was like, okay, cool. Like God put somebody in my life that could kind of give me some company. He's an older man I could learn from. Wasn't necessarily about the money, but just about the opportunity to do something different other than my routine, you feel me? But the opportunity to make some extra change, you know what I'm saying? You never turn that up. It's legal, it's safe, work not too hard, cool. So more time go by, and he told me he was having knee replacement surgery. So I told him, whatever he needed to be done, let me know so we can do it before the surgery so it won't be hard on him afterwards. He won't have to be worried about different things or things that he needed done around the house. It'll be done, prior. So he calls me back and he was like, hey, it was a Monday. Then you come do some work. So I was like, cool. So I finished doing my devotion, finished doing my routine, get down there like 9:30. Mind you, I'm a city boy, you feel me? So cutting grass, all that stuff, I never really had to do that. And even when I moved to the South, you feel me, I stayed in apartments and things like that where the companies come and cut the grass. Texas, same thing. I stayed in apartment complexes and, things like that, they were already taken care of. When I was young, I did it, but not for real as an adult. And then my whole work history, my whole work life has been working with people, mental health, behavioral health, actual, hospitals and stuff like that. I do medical and mental health care, you know what I mean? But, again, this was the opportunity to have company, opportunity to chill, opportunity to get out the house, do something different. So I was like, okay, cool. So first job I had to do was anti-rusting, you feel me? No gloves, no glasses, no things like that. Just a bottle with the chemical. And mind you, everything I'm spraying is above me. A lot of breeze blowing, so I'm getting a lot of kickback. Chemicals getting in my eyes, getting on my hands, you feel me? Irritating, things like that. Don't say nothing, no complaining, chilling, you feel me? Just steady washing my hands, steady rinsing my face, you feel me? So I get finished with that. He like, he want me to trim the rose bush, but he wanted to be done, a certain way. I do that, remove the oak tree, mind you, never worked with a rose bush, never did none of this stuff, just listening to what he's telling me to do. I'm a quick learner and I'm thorough. So I may not know what I'm doing, but eventually doing the task, I'll figure it out and it'll pretty much be done very well, you know what I mean? So I finished the rose bush, finished the anti-rusting, no bottled water, no nothing. You feel me? I had to ask for something to drink, so he give me some glass cup, some old ice, because he don't eat no ice, and water from out the tap, which is fine. I'm not tripping. Drink my water, take my break, little break, then I'm right back to it. I'm trying to get it done, because like me, I'm not about to linger, spending all day on the job when I could get it done, get it knocked out, to move on to the next thing. It's too many things to do to be stuck on one thing, you feel me? So I finished that. Now I cut the grass, you feel me? Front yard first. This is a pretty big lot. So I do the front yard from basically one driveway on the neighbor's side to the other driveway on his other neighbor's side, all the way to the street. They had a ditch on both sides, you feel me? So I'm cut the grass. It take me a little bit to do that. Still do it, still knock it out. And then I let them know I'm finished. Like, hey, I'm done. Like, what's up? What's good? You know what I'm saying? What else you got to do? Not complaining, not saying nothing. I go to the backyard, and he got a bunch of stuff in the backyard: vegetation, fruits, vegetables, little gardens, a shed, a workstation, all type of stuff, plants. It's just and then it's not really a straight line. So I had to prep the ground to make sure I wasn't just running over stuff and just tearing stuff up. I don't want to tear people's stuff up. Really don't have experience cutting grass, so just learning on the fly, just doing what I do, but understanding how to make it neat and how to make it professional, how to make it presentable, doing it to the best of my ability. I ended up knocking out the backyard, no problem. Stayed away from all his plants, his fruits, his veggies, everything that he was growing. I made sure that I was minimum in moving his stuff, because I wanted to make sure that his stuff stayed in its original place. People have things set up for a different reason. So now it's about 12, so I didn't work, start like 9:30 to 12 already. Go tell him, like, hey, I'm done, what's up? He's like, I'm about to take a lunch. I'm about to eat, then take a nap. You're more welcome to come in, you feel me? I'm looking like, nah, I'm not feeling like, you said you was about to take a nap, so what am I about to come in your house for if you about to go to sleep? That don't even make sense. I stay down the street. I'm about to go check on my wife and my kids, you feel me? Eat me some lunch, then come back. So that's what I did. He told me to come back at 1. I'm like, cool. So go take my lunch, come back at 1. He like, now we got the backyard. Not the backyard, but the alley. But it's like grass. And it's a long alley, because it's like from street to street. And it's behind the houses, that's adjacent to each other, that's across from each other. So I'm first time riding a lawnmower. He give me a quick tutorial, show me how to do it, show me how to control it, how to work it, how to go, how to move backwards, how to let the blade down, things like that. So I get to proceed to cutting the alley. We walk through, he showed me the little holes to avoid, told me to avoid the fence on the other side, all type of stuff. So I'm just listening, taking everything in. I do the back alley, feel me, getting it. I'm finally learning, it ain't perfect, but it's really, really good, you feel me? And then I stayed away from tree stumps, things like that could ruin his machine, damage his machine, compromise his machine. So just following instructions. So I finished that, knocked that out. And mind you, I'm knocking things out one at a time. I had a lot of tasks, I had a lot of things to do, but my mind is, I'm not tired, you feel me? I'm gonna keep going, and then I'm gonna give you the best quality of my service. So it's not about how fast I get it done. It's about my availability. It's about the job that I do. It's about the mission that was completed, that you gave me to do, with no experience, with no training, with nothing, no formal directions, just be watching and listening on the fly. I did it to his liking, you feel me? So came out there, he was like, hey, I just need you to, straighten this one part out. I'm like, cool. I was like, but it's a tree stump, right? I'm letting them know why it is the way it is, you feel me? Not really tripping. So he was like, okay, I'm about to show you. Okay, well, show me. You've been doing this yard umpteen times, so you've been living in this house for years, so you know how it go. You know the landscape of your land. So the thing ended up dying. He couldn't start the riding lawnmower back up, so pushed it back up in there. Then he tells me, hey, I have time to pay you real quick. I'm like, cool. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not thinking nothing. You feel me? I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how much it's worth what I'm doing, but I know what it should be, you feel me? So we get back in the house, homie pull out a wallet full of money. He counting on 20s, 20, like a couple hundreds and 20s, literally, like not even joking, bro. And then he goes and gets 120 and some fives, and he's like, here's $35. Mind you, I ain't worked for no man, I ain't worked for no company in years, so this is totally out of my character. You know, God been taking care of me. I've been working for God, been doing what he's been telling me to do, been doing what he's been putting on my heart, helping who he's been putting on my mind, you feel me? So this is my first time kind of doing something like this, you know, just trying to do something different, just trying to see where this could go. I know that I can learn from this. But when he gave me the $35, reality hit like, nah, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? But I kept a smile, I shook his hand, I laughed, because how could you count out that much money in somebody's face and then give them the bare minimum? And then mind you, I made the comment on purpose while we were walking inside, like, hey, I don't really do this type of work, so I don't even know how much you charge you. Playing dumb to see somebody's true intent. You feel me? That was a trigger for him to take advantage. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking that he a old man, an old little white man. Nah, he a wolf in sheep's clothing. And it's a lot of people like that. And I know a lot of times we give the blame to the opposite sex. Because a lot of times that be the problem and the cause for our troubles. But nah, it's not just people of the opposite sex that's trying to take advantage of you and use you. It's other people too. And it's usually other people, older people too. Because they got the age, they got the look, you know what I mean? They got the unsteady gait, all these things, and it make you feel sorry for them, and it makes you bring your guard down. But if ain't nothing wrong with their mind, ain't nothing wrong with their intent and judgment, then they're just using all that to take advantage of you. And then he used God. He knew that I was a firm believer. He knew that I was a faithful man. So he used God as a way to get my attention. Just because a person bring up God or say God in a conversation doesn't mean that they're doing it for them because they believe in God. They're doing it for you. They're using it as a trigger to get your reaction, to let your guards down so they could come in and sneak in and do what they want. So, you know, anyways, he give me the $35. I laugh, yo, because it was like, as much as I wanted to say something, as much as I want to correct him, God told me no. He said, don't do it. He said, smile, shake his hand, look him in the eyes. He said, let this situation sit on his head, sit on his heart, sit on his spirit, because he know that he did you wrong. Feel me? He know that he did you wrong. And it's not about, again, how fast I got the work done. It's the quality of service and the job that I do. I'm used to getting, he told me I'm getting paid $10 an hour. Come on, son, I ain't get paid. Come on, man. Come on, that ain't enough for nobody. You feel me? When I was charging people for the studio, I would charge people $50 an hour. When I'm going to shoot your video, my video started at $500. If you wanted the 4K Ultra cameras, if you wanted the drone, then it's going up. If you want to change clothes, change locations, if you want me to put scenes in there, you want me to act in there, do all these things, then that makes my charge go up. You know what I'm saying? I charge people to write all these things. I was charge people to do treatment, all these things. So this, what he talking about, it's not sufficient. And like I say, it wasn't about the money, but when you are being reciprocated, when you being taken care of for what you've done, you do hope that what your work, it gets paid for the quality of the work that you've done. You feel me? And I was not reciprocated. The work did not equal the pay. But I just let him think what he wanted to think, because I know he probably thinking I'm just some dumb black little boy from the ghetto, not knowing that all the time I'm talking to Jesus, all the time I'm being informed and letting it be known what's going on and why. All this time I went to college at the top of my class, son. I graduated high school with a 4.0 with honors. So I'm far beyond dumb. I'm far beyond just an average nigger. You know what I mean? And that's sometimes what people think. They listen to your stories and they, again, what companies look for in employees is why. They look for people that's desperate, people that's on hard times, not understanding that I ain't desperate, no on hard times. I'm doing what I being led to do. I've always been taken care of. You know what I mean? No matter what position I'm gonna be in, I'm gonna be taken care of. My wife gonna be taken care of. My kids gonna be taken care of. I'm doing this for me. This was a heart job. This was a soul job. This was a job to give my mind a break from the mundane routines and just doing the same thing every day. But it was also a learning lesson. God is showing me, like, man don't value you the way you think you should be valued. They're always gonna find a way or try to pay you always less than what you're actually worth. God is the only one that values you and loves you and will show you his love, will give you his all, won't hold back from you. He's not going to cheat you. He's not going to short you. He's not going to play you. He's not going to trick you. He's not going to lead you on. He's not going to break your heart and stab you in the back and let you down. That's not what he does. So he was just showing me, bro, I know your true value. I know your true worth. You work for me. You don't work for no man. Can't no man be above you. You can't. He said, so let this situation marinate, let it sit on him, and then guess what? He gonna call you back. And before you do another job, if you decide to do another job, tell him your experiences. Share with him what you know. Tell him you understand that you was sure that you was cheated, that you was taken advantage of, and then see where he goes with the information. And then guess what, y'all? That wasn't even the end. So when he said the $35, I'm looking at all this work I done. My mind went out the window because I'm thinking like, that's not no money. You feel me? You can't do nothing with that. You feel me? So I just put the little money in my pocket. So anyways, my little girl pick her up later on that day. She said she wants something to drink. She want a little pop. All right, cool. Go to the store. I put out the money that he gave me to pay. He shorted me. He gave me 30 instead of 35. So to add insult to injury, not only did he try to take advantage of me and deceive me, he also paid me the wrong amount. Because again, they think that we're stupid. They think that we ignorant. Just because somebody don't say nothing to you at the time when you're doing wrong doesn't mean that you got away with it. But that's how arrogant people are. That's how used to people are getting over on other people and taking advantage of the other people, that they do things and they just think it's gonna work. They think they're gonna get away with it. Bro, you don't get away with it. You can't cheat the energy. You can't cheat the universe. So what you do to somebody is gonna come back on you. And usually it's gonna be worse for the person, because that might seem like something small, you feel me? But in God's eyes, that's big. You had an opportunity to treat his chosen one the right way. You had an opportunity to have community and have fellowship with one of his light dwellers, and then that's what you choose to do to him. You're not finna get a good result because of that. So now he's gonna receive all type of consequences from that small act of taking advantage of somebody's kindness, taking advantage of their meekness. So again, sometimes you gotta play dumb to see people's true intent with you. And once you see their true intent, guess what? You still gotta deal with the hurt. You still gotta deal with the realization of how people perceive you, regardless of what they say. You look at how people treat you. You look at what people do, not what they say. What they say don't mean nothing. They just saying what they saying in order for them to get you to do what they want you to do. But you look at people's actions towards you. So yes, it is hurtful. Yes, it is disappointing. Yes, it can anger you, but you don't get angry. You don't take advantage. You don't get back. Nah, you let the Lord handle them. Let God handle them. Because believe me, he's going to affect them in ways that not only going to make them understand, and teach them a lesson, but it comes with beautiful things if they accept that lesson and then they try to move better from it. You feel me? Like when we go after each other, we just hurt each other and we bring upon more pain, more hurt, more disappointment. But when God takes his vengeance, it's always something good enough if the person decides to see that. But if not, then they just receive their consequences. But like I say, sometimes you got to play dumb in order to see people true intent. Once you see their true intent, once a zebra show you his stripes, it's a zebra. And that's how you hold them. So now I know how to hold them from this point on. That it ain't friends and ain't this and ain't that. And then now I get to charge what I want to charge. You feel me? And if you don't like it, then I keep moving. Because at the end of the day, you needed me. It wasn't the other way around. You wanted me. It wasn't the other way around. So I was fine, and I'm going to continue to be fine. You feel me? But I'm looking at what other people, when they really need the help and when they really, you know what I'm saying, they can really benefit from you, all they got to do is treat you right and you'll give them the world. But like I say, till next time, Slim, play dumb to see how other people really hold you. Till next time, Slim.